Okay, cool. So I don't I don't know what happened there. It's okay though. At least we're getting things back up and running. I went ahead and paused the music, just so we can get everything back on track when people jump back in. Sorry about that. It's super strange. I'm not sure why it dipped out like that. Um, what was the last thing you heard? I'm not sure if you heard anything about what I said about Charizards and Mewtwo's and stuff. I'll put the music back on, by the way. Hey. Okay, it looks like everyone is kind of jumping back in here, which is great. Still here, just getting bad service. Okay, no, you're fine. You're fine. Make sure I'm not distracting you too much. So basically, KSSP, what I was talking about was because Charizard X and Y and Mewtwo X and Y are based on the same Pokemon. I'm gonna have one reference picture to show you guys and compare it. That way, it doesn't get like too confusing or anything. So basically, this is the design for Charizard Y, and I'm sure all of you guys know what base Charizard looks like, but let's see if I can't find a normal picture of him. If not, I can just do this. Now, obviously, Charizard has been around a while. Here are the differences. This is the original. This is the Mega. Now, on the original, the wings are a lot more prominent. Like they're kind of there's more area here. It's kind of gotten cut off almost on the Mega variant, and these extra kind of pieces here on his arms are new as well. Charizard is a little bit bulky as like an original. People really like that. It's one of the kind of core designs of generations 1 and 2. So, Pikachu was a little bit more thick before. Love thick Pikachu, by the way. He's such a cutie pie. But as the design got updated for Generation 6, it kind of thinned out Charizard here. Now, the flame on his tail is pretty prominent. I love the little sparkles here. I do also like the extra piece here. They didn't get the underwing color quite right on the Mega. Like, they didn't color match that. That's a little bit different. I will go ahead and say that it's just as good as the original. I don't necessarily think it's an improvement, because, I mean, it's a Gen 1 Pokemon. It's the original, So I'll go ahead and say it's just as good. Now, Charizard X, on the other hand, this is a different story. Now, let's see, what's a good reference picture to choose here? I guess this. Let's go with this. So, Charizard X. Charizard X is a different type than base Charizard and Charizard Y as well, so it's a different type. So in order to match that, they really changed up the color schemes here. I thought maybe that would be better, but it's not. Oh well. They also added the flames in his mouth here, and they gave him a different stance than normal Charizard. They did keep the claws and the tail very, very similar here. I guess just the biggest thing that I have any sort of like opinion on are the wings. They are more rounded edges, almost kind of like a fairy type. Oh, just letting you know that your camera's covering the face. Of what? Oh, of original Charizard. I'm sorry. Let's see. that's not better. Here we go. How's that? I'll keep my face cam in the bottom corner for tier lists, because if we jump back here, it's not really covering up anything on this side either. You can still see Mega Absol and you can still see these. So yeah, I'll keep it in the bottom corner. Again, thank you for the feedback. All of this stuff is stuff that I take into consideration for future streams too. So every tiny little thing that y'all say definitely helps me out, and it's always appreciated. I love interacting with people. It's one of my favorite things. Where were we? So, oh right, yeah, the rounded wing shapes. Now I did say they were very flying type like, but that's because I'm pretty sure that it is a flying type. I mean, base Charizard is flying type, fire dragon. So see, this is where the blue comes in, is to be a dragon type. I don't particularly like the extra spikes here on his arm. I don't necessarily think that that's an improvement. The spikes on his neck, I think, are pretty cool though. These are very dragon-esque features. I don't know if I would say it's an improvement to the original is all. So for now, I am going to put it in the same category as Charizard Y. These are interchangeable, by the way. I don't have a, from left to right, best to worst yet. We can arrange that, mess with that if you want. Here. We're gonna start with Mewtwo X, because I feel like it's the most different. This is the Smash Bros model for Mewtwo, so apologies, but I mean the render's pretty nice, so we're gonna stick with this for now. And this is the render for Mewtwo X. So as you can see, it's a pretty big change, right? Yeah, it's the best part of streaming. Exactly, yeah, dude. Like, I'd love to sit and make YouTube videos as well. I think I am gonna try to upload this one to my YouTube channel so I can get that started as well. But just the interacting and the live feature is kind of cool. So, yeah, I think it's neat. Now, when people see Mewtwo, in my opinion, one of the first few things that people notice is his tail, right? It's a really dominant feature. It's a big part of the design, especially like when Mewtwo is floating, you really notice the tail. For Mega Mewtwo X, it's different. It's shorter. It has the same little curve at the end as normal Mewtwo does, which is nice, but it curves the other way, So I'm not really the biggest fan of that, but I guess just very quickly before I kind of judge too hard on this. This is a fighting type. Okay, so that makes sense. It has the fighting type stance, it has like those like extra muscles in the shoulder pads that fighting types get. And while it's not one of my personal favorites, I can understand the design change for this one. It's not an improvement over the original. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that the original form is better for this one. For sure. Now, Mewtwo Y, on the other hand, is a much better rendition of Mewtwo in my opinion. Mewtwo is a psychic type. It's psychic. It's floating. It keeps the color schemes just as Mewtwo X did, which is good. The little things on top of his head are pretty much the same. There is a slight difference where the ears kind of are. They're a little bit more pointed. Mewtwo's feet, though, are a little bit problematic. Like, what is this? It's not one of those things that, like, really jumped out to me before. Huh. Well, I think it looks good for his hands. His feet, not so much. And the tail, it's pretty much gone. Mewtwo Y doesn't have a tail, but it connects more towards his head. Because this is just straight up psychic, right? Yeah. So it's just a pure psychic type. I think. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Mewtwo's design, just the original one, is really good. Like, I love Mewtwo Y, like I do. But I do think that the original is better. Huh. It's not really what I thought I was gonna be going with today. Interesting. So, this is base Gardevoir. This is Mega Gardevoir. Now, one thing I will say is I haven't been looking at the shiny variants for these Pokemon, and maybe I should have been. But I'm basing it just based on just the normal variant. However, Gardevoir has this as the Mega shiny variant. Oh, it's so cool. Like the black and the orange here are just really cool. Of course, the Mega though, it's very like wedding-y. This one, like wedding, and then this one is very funeral. Yeah. So I just think that was a really cool palette swap that they did. This of course is the base version of Gardevoir. We are not gonna be scrolling down. I'm trying to land on something that's not suspect AF. I can't. Okay. Anyway. Gardevoir's hair is shorter in the Mega. And she has these sleeves. So I think that's really cool. The eyes are very slightly different. Not too crazy different though. I do really like the poofy dress thing. Like this Gardevoir is sleek. Like this Gardevoir is elegant. But this one is just flowy. Like this one's pretty. I'm gonna say that it is an improvement. No. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's just as good as the original, because they're both very good for different reasons. Yeah. Okay. I promise we're almost done with this, y'all. I hope I'm not boring you. Although, if there is something that needs to be picked up, or you guys would like to move on, just tell me. Because, like, I'm not super, like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, do something that everyone's bored with, you know. But I figured this would be like a nice chill way to like open up the week that we're gonna be doing here. I don't know. So, I say Mega, but really it's Primal Groudon. So this one's a little bit different than the normal Megas here on this list. Same thing with Kyogre. I'm gonna put them kind of next to each other here. So Wise camera up here twice. I'm gonna be ranking camera up once, by the way. I don't know, man. I feel you. Yeah, I mean, just open to change here. Whatever y'all want to see is cool. Again, if I'm not really paying attention to chat, please feel free to drop off any suggestions in the suggestion box itself so I can reference it at a later point in time, even after the stream. What I can do as well is I can figure out how to post a Word document. I'm going to just list off all of my Steam games, all of my Switch games, all my PlayStation games, just so you guys have a general understanding of what I can play on the channel. So, that's that. There we go. I needed a little bit of a bigger picture here. So, right. Groudon, Primal Groudon, Kyogre, and Primal Kyogre are slightly different than Megas. It's like a lore thing. So in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, that's where these originate from. But it's still in this tier list because it's technically is still a form that is upgraded to the original and has similar features to Mega Evolution. Now, if you guys will notice, Primal Dialga is not here because it's technically not canon. It's a part of the Mystery Dungeon series. Got a bomb design though. I love Primal Dialga. Let's go over the differences here though. So, obviously the shape in the head of Primal Groudon has not changed literally at all. The biggest difference is it's got magma and lava flowing through it. So it really brings out like the fiery, you know, typing and personality. It's also got the Omega right here, which is not in the original. It's close. It's not quite there though. This is new right here. Other than that though, it's not really different, I would say. It is basically the same thing, and I can't really ding it for that. I guess if we're gonna be technical with it though, I do prefer this over the original. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what the difference between Primal and normal Pokemon are, is they are just older variants of these Pokemon. Bruh. Buy followers, huh? I'm good. Oh, by the way, we are 6 away from 50, which is our goal. It's right here in the bottom left. If you guys have any friends that you think would be interested in this type of thing, that'd be kind of appreciated if you just let them know. Always like talking to new people, and yeah, I figured it was a bot. I just wanted to be polite just in case, but no, seriously. We've been really close to this goal for quite some time. I really want to hit 50 before the end of the month, if possible. So hopefully streaming every day this week helps out with that. I am planning on doing open lobby Smash Bros. At least one of these days, like at least once, because I feel like that's a game all of my, you know, people in my community play, so like it's a good chance for everyone to get a chance, you know? But let's keep moving. Let's see. Man, oh man, Kyogre. I love Kyogre. Now, this one has slightly, and I mean very, very slightly, more differences than Groudon does versus Primal, because it has one extra tail fin here. Well, I guess technically 2 if you count these as 4. And then the hands, or like the fins. So, it's kind of got like this alpha-y sign, which, I mean, Alpha Sapphire. It is in the original, so it is... It's not necessarily a difference. I do prefer the color palette of the original, the blue and reds, over this, but I love the glow. It's gorgeous. It's really, really nice for a deep sea Pokemon like Kyogre. Hard to really say if this is an improvement over the original. I would say it is, but I'll go on record saying I prefer the color of the original over that. Let's see. Oh, is it there? Okay, cool. This works. So, this is Salamence. This is Primal Salamence. Primal. No, see, now I'm stuck in saying that, man. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Mega. So, obviously, there's a pretty big difference here. I'll give you one guess as to what that is. I kinda wish He didn't lose his front legs. I mean, that's a little bit off-putting. I do think that these are some real cool shapes that he has going on here. Like, this is fine, but this is a lot more, like, aerodynamic, I guess. Like, it's smoother, it's better. But the rest of this design has a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Like, the tail's weird. I don't know. I think that the original form is a lot better. No, I won't skip around. I won't skip around. Alright. Blaziken and Mega Blaziken. No. Come on. There we go. So, color palettes. That's the biggest difference here. Obviously, other than the little flames that he has going on his wrists. I prefer the original for the most part, but I think this kind of gives it more like a shiny kind of vibe. What is shiny Blaziken? Yeah, see, look at that. This is a lot better of shiny than this. Like, you can't even tell the difference. I guess it's a little bit darker, but nah, I do think that this has a better color palette. This is what's kind of holding it back, though. The hair on the original isn't great, though. I don't know. Tough call. I don't really care either way, TBH. It's whatever. Okay, I guess I gotta be a little bit more specific. Okay. Normal. Mega. Obviously the Mega is a little bit bigger. It's more like a boat. Or I guess in this case, torpedo, which is what this is. Sharkpedo. I love that they kept like this open area around his eyes. I think that was sick. The colors are really cool. They did stick to what they knew would work. Extra fangs on the side here are good. Overall, it has more of a man-made look to it than the original does, and I think that's pretty cool. Don't hate it. I think it's just as good as the original for the most part. It's not horrible. Alright, Metagross. Oh yeah, is this it? That's the shiny version. Let's get the normal. There's pretty much no difference at all. It's just standing up, pretty much. This is just a different angle for him, other than the cross on the face being a different color. It's not enough for me to really work with here. Oh, and then there's this. It's whatever. Same thing with Blaziken. It's not crazy enough, in my opinion. Spelled Venusaur wrong. Dang it. Hey, why can I not type Venusaur today? Huh. Alright. This is the Dynamax form, you can tell by the cloud. We'll go with, this one. Okay. So... Alright. Oh my goodness. Original Mega. As you can tell, there's a lot more plants going on than just this, although this is a nice, sleek, clean version. They kept the color palette, which is good. I'll keep things simple. I'll say that this one's better. There we go. Kangaskhan. There we go. Do they have the Mega? They sure do. Alright. There is not a lot of differences here. I will say that Mega Kangaskhan looks a little bit more vibrant than base Kangaskhan does look. It's kind of more like a dulled out brown, and this is, come on now, more vibrant. Same thing with the yellow on its ears. Same thing with the top part here. Now little Kangaskhan here, very cute. Love him. Would die for him. It's cool that he gets his own little thing. I think I do prefer the original little one, but overall, it's a good design. I wouldn't say, you know, one is better than the other or anything like that. Lucario, I'm just gonna do that now. I love Mega Lucario and Lucario, both of them. Now, the only reason I'm not going immediately and saying that this is a better design than this is because this is so iconic and good already. Like, they're just, I don't know what to say. Code is cooler. I love the extra tips here on the end, the red. This is so cool though. The stance, like you can tell this has like aura. This is more like a serious fighting. We'll use the move Bone Club as opposed to we'll use the move Aura Sphere, you know? Like, they just have two different Lucario vibes. It's really hard to explain. I think they're both awesome. Pidgeot. Huh? Pidgeot. Is it Pidgeotto? I guess it's Pidgeotto. Whatever. This is what I was talking about earlier with the flying types. They're all the same. Okay. So, Mega Pidgeotto versus Pidgeotto. The blue is really nice. I like this extra thing. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Staraptor. I do prefer giving him more... Oh, I guess that is here. Changed up the color palette a bit, though. Tail feathers are prettier. This is just straight up improved over the original. Mega Pidgeotto just... It doesn't... Or, sorry, Pidgeot. I don't mean to keep saying that. It's my bad. Normal Pidgeot is whatever. I guess to be fair, I should do... Yeah, alright, so sorry. This is what we're comparing against this. So, as you can see, again, the color palette is improved with the blue. The tail feathers are more vibrant. This is just kind of unremarkable. There's nothing to say about it. It's just a bird. It's whatever. I don't know. Am I stupid? Route. I'm so stupid. What's... The little one is Numel. What am I doing? Apologies. Okay. So, like I said before, I am going to be ranking this Pokemon one time. It's on the list twice for some reason. I'm not sure why. This is the original Camerupt here. This is the Mega. Obviously, this has, like, the volcano. It has more of the erupt of Camerupt than the original. The M here on the front can either be interpreted as... Well, I guess it's only one interpretation. It's magma. Now, that could be either Team Magma, since this is your, like, icon Pokemon, like this is their Pokemon, or Magma, just normal Magma. The little things on the front are more flame. I do kind of like the laid back nature of Camerupt, though. He is just kind of there, you know? I think he's cool. They did turn these little spots here into individual rocks, which I thought was nice. I do kind of prefer the sleek look over the fur, though. Like this kind of looks a little strange to me. I kind of think the original form is better. I only say that because of the fur. Everything else is good. The fur just kind of kills it for me. I don't know. Well, what do you guys think? Which is better? Camerupt or Mega? Yeah. I kind of want to know what you guys think about this one, because this one's kind of on the fence for me. If you guys would like to tell me what you prefer, normal or Mega, let me know. Because if you take a closer look here, I didn't really notice this at first. There's the M right here for Magma, but you can't really tell. It's not as like pronounced as this is. Now, whether or not you think that's more like man-made is up to you. I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think, though. We'll move on. Ash Greninja. I don't even know if I want to count this as a Mega. This is kind of weird, right? I don't know if I ever got Ash Greninja in my game. Alright. Alright, so this is Greninja. This is Ash Greninja. Now, the way you can really tell is this right here. The top portion is Ash's red hat, right? So this is really where it's coming from. Here's his hair. The similarities are all kind of there. It's like the synchronization thing that they do in this show. I didn't look too much into it, but that's my best understanding, basically. Obviously it's a ninja, Greninja. This water shuriken I think is an awesome touch. They did keep all the bubbles on their legs here. They kept the tongue scarf. They kept the basic shape. Basically the biggest thing you're going to be looking at is from here to here. That's the biggest difference. From here to here. I don't really like Ash Greninja as much as I like normal Greninja. Because normal Greninja can still do the shuriken thing. It's a horrible example, but I mean, it can. I'll go ahead and say Ash Greninja's not as good as the original. What is that, Bayonet? Not an actual... Oh my god. Banette, right? What? Am I spelling it wrong? Banette. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. My bad. There we go. Okay. So here's a closer look at that little picture down right here. This is it. This is the Mega. And this is the original. Oh, that's kind of small. There we go. That's the original here. Now, it's kind of tough to understand why this is the design here without understanding the lore of the Pokemon itself. This is a zipper here. This is supposed to be a cursed doll Pokemon. It's a ghost type. It's supposed to be like one of these really creepy Pokemon. and this is all the zippers unzipped. So like these are like all the things inside of the doll. So I do think that the original design here of the shape of the head is really cool. They did manage to keep that for the most part. Instead of having this part go down, they have it going up, kind of like a ghost wisp type thing. Kept color palette. Fingers are kind of creepy. Thinking it's an improvement. Okay. So, Glade. Kind of small. Here's a better picture. Alright. Now... Alright. So, Glade is an evolution of Ralts. This is the same Pokemon as... the same base Pokemon as Gardevoir. It just has a different evolutionary line to it. So this is like the variant, like the fighting variant of Gardevoir. This is the original. This is the Mega. I love the cape. I'll say that right now. I love the cape. The arms are really cool. I do prefer this color palette for those over this. They changed up. No, actually, they kept that the same. Okay, they kept that the same. Feet are the same. Body is the same. I mean, it's kind of beside the point. All they did really was give it the cape, and I do really like that. I don't have any strong feelings towards it, I suppose. Oh, and this is his signature Pokemon, by the way. That's why I pulled him up, was because he uses this. This is like his Pokemon that he catches at the beginning. Alakazam. Now, there aren't a huge amount of differences, as much as it seems weird to say. But basically they just gave him more spoons. I do like this wise old, sage beard that Alakazam has going on, because it really fits his personality. Weird enough to say, I think I prefer this color palette, though. The gem on the forehead is a really nice touch to Mega Alakazam. I like that he's floating. He's still technically floating, though. He has a weird animation in the newer games. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. I don't know. He's just a good psychic type. I'll say that both designs are equally as good, I'd say. Yeah. There's Aggron. Yeah, Aggron's fine. I don't really... This kind of falls into the whole steel types are, they're there type thing. I mean, look at this. There's really not a whole lot of difference. This looks a lot more clean, a lot more sleek as a more polished steel type. But other than that, there's nothing. Color palette's the same, the spikes on the head, same, claws, same. I mean, they just made him more shiny. That's pretty much it. I think the original is better in this case. Looks more natural. Well, not natural. It looks closer to the rest of the line of the Pokemon. I don't know. I think that might be weird of me to say, but... Altaria. This versus this, it is literally just more floofy, really. I mean, they gave Altaria a much longer tail. They kind of took away these like head feathers in favor of more clouds. Tough one. I mean, Altaria just looks more happy here. I'm a fan of happy Altaria, I'll say. You guys bored yet? Okay. So, this is Pinsir. He's a bug type, and this is Mega Pinsir. Obviously, pretty buggy. I mean, the eyes are really what sells it for me. Bugs do have that weird, like, unnatural, almost like a filtery kind of eyes. And the see-through wings kind of freak me out. They gave him those signature horns. I'm glad they kept that. Same thing with the mouth. Basically, they just made this thing way creepier. I think that's good for people who like bugs, which I do not, but I can appreciate it. These two are on the same page, so that's convenient. Alright. I'll get this ready for the next one. Alright. Medicham, fighting Pokemon. Medicham Mega Evolution. Obviously these head things and the ribbons kind of go with it. I like the color palette. It stayed similar, but it added these blue gems. Added these blue gems into it. I think it's a nice touch. The stance is the same. Mouth, eyes. I like the little armbands that Medicham gets. I think it is an improvement over the original. Alright, Diancie. Original, Diancie Mega. Diancie is another legendary type, very similar to Mega Mewtwo that we looked at earlier. Love the ribbons that Diancie gets. Like that they kept the gem the same. I like that they kept the spikes. Same color palette. They did get rid of this rock, though, which kind of surprising to me. I mean, they turned it into a crystal to match the rest of Diancie, but I kind of feel like it took away a little bit. So overall, better, and then worse. Looks more like a chandelier now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the original is... I'll say it's just as good because it has the same amount of downsides as upsides. Gengar's better. I'll just say it now before I even pull it up. Gengar's better. This is it. This is... I mean, this is the original version of Gengar. And it's great. I mean, it's hard to beat. But look at this. Look at this. Wow. Like, Ghost, right? Look at that, man. The little circle in the middle. The color's the same. The ombre is good. The eyes are pretty much the same. Like, I like everything about Mega Gengar. Okay. Original. Oh, by the way, this is a steel bug type. Scizor, pretty popular Pokemon. It evolves from Scyther, which is this green one here. Basically, it evolves by having the item Metal Coat, so that's why it is a metal bug, right? Steel bug. And this is the Mega. Now, obviously, you're gonna notice the pincers here, right? It's different. It's got more of a jagged vibe. It has thing on the middle of its head here. The eyes are different colors, but it did keep the wings, and the wings are really nice to keep. It's kind of hard on this one. I like the more grounded, like, stance he has for his feet. The pointed edges kind of makes it look like you can just push him over. The hands, obviously, I think are more I don't know, more Scizor than Scizor. Is that weird? I don't know. I don't really have strong feelings on this one. Okay. Absol. Mega Absol. Love the wings, like the hair swoop. Obviously, they kept that from the original, just made it go over their eyes. They kept the gem. They kept almost like this like side swipe thing. They made it just bigger, though. The feet, they added more fur around, kept the color palette. The tail is more jagged. I will say that this is an improvement. I love original design. It's the same boat as Gengar, though. Garchomp. This is gonna get me canceled. This is super gonna get me canceled, I think. Let's see. Okay. Dragon type. And then this is the Mega for it. Come on. This is the Mega for it. I don't like the Mega as much. I don't think that it was necessary, I guess. Like, look at the arms. Look at the arms, right? It's just a blade. So, like, it's a blade that kind of goes, like a stabby motion, almost. But these are more like, you know? Like... That was such a stupid way to describe that. It just looks more sleek. I don't like this middle part. It looks dumb. The tail's the same though. The body shape for the most part is the same. The head shape's fine. I think the eyes are weird. I don't know. Original's just better. Oh. Oh yeah, that's Archeops. Oh, Air... No one saw that. No one saw that. Okay, Aerodactyl. Rock type fossil Pokemon. Pensal the rocks. I prefer the duller eye color over the green. I'm not sure why they went with green. They kept the dark purple under the wings. They kept the tail shape, which is nice. The hands just... They lost all of the claw. Like, it's a dinosaur. Why'd they take away the claws? I don't know. I think the Mega for this one is not as good as the original. This one's just kind of dumb. I don't even want to talk about this. Alright, this is Slowbro. This is Mega Slowbro. It is dumb. Like... Sorry, I don't think Slowbro should be a thing. He's... I don't know. I'm sorry, Slowbro fans. Not my thing. Okay. Heracross. Heracross, they just kind of made him look more like a wrestler, I guess. He's a lot more shiny. They kept most of the color palettes. They added in these oranges and yellows. The claws, they gave him one extra claw and kind of towards the center. They made the horn on his head a lot bigger and took away the shape, which is, in my opinion, one of the more iconic things about Heracross. He doesn't look as happy. I don't know. I'm sorry, prefer the original over the Mega. Okay. Gorgeous. I don't really care about steel types too much, but the fact that they kept the shape of Steelix the same, the head shape, and all they changed was the eye color, the color palette here, I mean, I do think that this is just better. I mean, it's magnetized, it's got these gorgeous, gorgeous opals. Like, this one is better. Like, I love Steelix because it's nice and it's basic, but tell me that this isn't pretty. Starting to realize how many steel types we have as megas, though. That's kind of weird. Mawile gave them an extra head, changed color palette slightly. This one doesn't have a lot of differences, as weird as it is to say. They did length, or give this a longer hair strand here. And they gave them more purple to match the inside of the mouth there. I don't... I don't have any strong feelings about it, though, because neither of them really are good designs, I guess? I don't know. It's whatever. Okay. And for us, original, Mega, kept the same. Arms, feet, torso, and head shape and color palette is all the same. I do like that they kept the stripes on the neck. They just basically gave him more fur, white fur. I like the simplicity of Ampharos, but I do feel like the extra features give it more to look at. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is better than the original. Gyarados we did already talk about. I'll briefly go over it again though. Let's see. Gyarados. Mega Gyarados looks cooler from the side, does not look good from the front. Color palette's the same. They kind of took away the shape though and made it just all this one big immovable shape. Big Fin, good. Wish they would have not made it look so cursed from the front. I'll say the original is better though. Alright, Houndoom. Fire and Dark type, the dog. This is the Mega version. Now look, the tail is a little bit different. This has one spike, this has two, more like a pitchfork. I do like both concepts because it both makes sense. The rounded curved horns turn into more pointed edges here, and they gave him open, like, bracelets instead of closed ones. I'll keep the color palette the same. I do prefer this little emblem thing here over this big thing. They both look real intimidating though. They're both good. I'll say they're on equal grounds. Okay, next up we have Tyranitar. This is the Mega Tyranitar, and this is the normal. They kept the color palette the same for the most part. However, this biggest difference here is this middle section. This is red for the Mega and blue for the original. And then they gave them these kind of spike things. Now, obviously this is more streamlined look. It's more like smooth, I guess, and this is more pointed. I kind of don't like how open this one is comparatively. It's just strange. To me, it kind of almost looks like Zygarde, now that I'm really, like, looking at it. It's like, look at Zygarde. It's kind of like open, like green, like open kind of thing, like this. I prefer the original design for Tyranitar, I think. What is this? Is this Shadow Mewtwo? Oh my god, they included Shadow Mewtwo X, really? Is this even canon? I remember this from Pokken, but I don't recall seeing it anywhere else. This is just Mewtwo X with a different color palette. I don't... Obviously, the original form is better. I'm gonna put it right up here with the same one. Is this Mega Necrozma? I didn't actually play X or Y. I don't care about either of these Pokemon. So I'm gonna skip it. I'm sorry. Mega Necrozma fans. Lopunny. Original. And the Mega, all they did was give her tights, basically, and hair ribbons. Like, I don't have strong, like, opinions on it either way. So, I mean, this is pretty much it. I'll organize it really quickly in order on the tiers, and then we'll be done. Original form is better. I'll say the closest one would be Mewtwo Y. Like, the closest one that is, like, really, really tough to debate. And then I would say Greninja. Camerupt. Twice, for some reason. Aggron. Gyarados. Heracross. Mewtwo. Salamence. Yeah, this is okay. These I don't care about. This is whatever. Just as good. Lucario. Charizards. Yes. Alright. Improved would be these two. Beedrill's good. Venusaur's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is it then. I'll go ahead and put this into the Discord for later viewing. Again, if you guys ever have any suggestions for topics for tier lists, games, challenges, put them in the subscription. Put them in the suggestion box. But I mean, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today. I don't really have anything else planned. Tomorrow I'm thinking Open Lobby Smash or Open Lobby Guilty Gear. I'm probably gonna end up doing a little bit of both. So, yeah. I mean, do you have any questions for me or anything like that? If not, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. Okay, well, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'm sorry about the little issues with the stream earlier. I'm going to try to make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow. And I'll see you around. Thank you.